So last night I went to Bible study, and the girl that invited me, I had met her at a bar. I went out, I had a work event, a work meeting, and then right after I just needed to get a drink or whatever. And she was at the bar by herself too. And we just started talking and we exchanged numbers or what have you, and we just started talking about life, etc., etc. And we just kept in contact with text here and there, you know. And yesterday she sent me a text. She's like, I have Bible study at my house every Monday. You should come. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go. My mom is here. I have someone to watch the kids. So I went, and when I tell you, it was just the most beautiful thing to be in a room with so many young, beautiful women talking about the word, reading the Bible, praying. I mean, that praying session was so powerful. Like, I still feel it. And, I had such a revelation day yesterday. God was just like in my face all day. The last month, I've just been feeling so much pressure. The tariffs. I don't know if anyone is like suffering because of it or, in their business and stuff, but I am. And, my rent is astronomical. Like, it is insane, but that's the price of living in New York, especially on Long Island. And as a single mother and an entrepreneur, every day is not guaranteed. And this tariff, I was just feeling so much pressure and worry and stuff like that. But I just know that was just the devil. So I was just praying. I said, you know what, God, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I just can't do it anymore. When school was over, I was just going to put all of my stuff in storage, head out to Atlanta for a couple of weeks or like a month or whatever, clear my mind and stuff like that. Like, I just cannot. I told my landlords I wasn't going to renew. Like, they're like, what do you mean? No, you're such a great tenant. Is there something we can work out? I had written in my journal that morning, I said, God, I need to be able to afford something where I can breathe, where I can just have a second and not be house broke, make sure my kids are good, or, again, this all happened in one day. I went to the gym and I was sitting in the sauna, and this older lady was in there, and she just started talking to me. She's like, I know the story is long, but stick with me. And she's like, you're so beautiful. Oh my God. You look so young. You look like a baby. I'm like, my baby's 22. She's like, what? This is all reaction I get. I said, my baby's 22. I have 4 boys. She's like, oh my goodness. And I don't know if Spirit was telling her, well, I know that was God. I had to be in the sauna at the same time with that lady. And then she's like trying to figure out the age gap and stuff. And then she's like, do you believe in Jesus? And I said, I have no choice. He's tired of me, but he spoils me. I said, but I have no choice. I literally wake up in the morning and it's like, you have to hold me up today. Those days where I don't want to get out of bed, or those days where I don't want to go to the gym, or, I'm just exhausted. Who do you think helps me do it and move every day? So I was telling her the story that when I left my ex-husband, it's like when you hit rock bottom. And the best way I can describe it or explain it to people, because everyone's like, how did you do it? And oh my God, this is me, and this was the storm happening, right? Don't know what's going to happen, but yet while I was standing in the middle of the storm, there was such a calm. There was such a peace within me, because I knew that God was going to take care of it. I trusted him. I had no choice but to trust him. He put me in this moment, that moment right there, to force me to trust him and see his work. But life be life and stuff, and we kind of get stuck in the hustle and bustle of everything, and then we kind of lose sight a little bit, and then attempt to take control of the situation. And that's where stress and anxiety comes in. When you start worrying about what's going to happen next month, next week, or even tomorrow, and not focusing on your daily bread. And I think that that's what happened to me. So God kind of had to give me pow a little bit. And so I told the lady about the story where I was just standing in the middle of the storm, and she said, my dear, you have to trust him. Don't forget to trust him. And I just needed to hear that. Why did I stop trusting him? And I'm always saying you can't have fear and faith, and you have fear and faith, but my walk with God is new. I'm still learning. It's not new, but I'm really trying to learn Him, learn the stories, learn the scriptures, get closer, be obedient. And the fact that everything was happening all in one day, my landlords worked with me. I met that lady, and God's, told me, reminded me through her to continue to trust Him. And then the girl I met at the bar happened to just send me an invite on Bible study. And I said, instead of me going to a bar, I'm going to go and listen to the word. And, again, to be surrounded by, I'm getting chills talking about it, such beautiful, powerful, and just talking about God, having tacos. I mean, it was such a beautiful night. It was such a beautiful experience. I cannot wait to experience it again. I say that to say, find your community. If there was this one girl who's kind of, it's scary to go down the path of learning God and being obedient is a scary thing for whatever reason. But you have to release that. You have to release the demons, and you have to trust in Him, you guys. And, I still battle at times. You can't have fear and faith. You can't have fear and faith because it's still scary, but that is what prayer, when prayer comes in, when you have to pray and for God to continue to renew your strength, to allow you to continue to trust in Him, and, trust that you are going to walk in the path that He has set for you. All right. So I hope my story helps someone, or, paying it forward in that it's going to work out. You just have to trust. Peace and blessings.